Little Miss Recap contains adult language. Little Miss Recap is intended for entertainment purposes only. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. I almost said welcome to Love is Blind. I'm Vanessa Lachey.
And
No,
I'm Nick Lachey.
we are not, obviously, the Lacheys. Oh, guys, my name's Amy. I am the host of Little Miss Recap. I'm here with Becca, the salt to my pepper.
Oh, fun.
How's it? I love salt.
I love salt. My family's a salt family.
So are we.
My grandma growing up would put salt on everything.
Yeah.
And she would ask you if you wanted a bite first because she was going to ruin it with salt.
Timmy said to me the one day, "You put salt on pizza?" I'm like, "Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I put salt on everything." Hence my blood pressure journey. I could put a salt lick in the backyard and you'd catch me out there like
just running out there
with the deer.
I'm not that extreme, but I do love salt.
So Becca, how are you feeling about this season? Now we are 11 episodes deep here, 12 episodes deep. What are you thinking?
I feel confused. I feel let down. I feel the more I'm hearing on the internet, like there were multiple couples that got engaged this season that we know nothing about.
Yes.
So they were more boring than these people?
I know. I'm living for the memes of not being able to tell the men apart.
Yes.
Yes.
Those are my favorite.
It's pretty good.
I'm also loving, because I have a personal rage against Dave. Like I'm actively raging against him at all moments.
I would like to just say my instinct was right on him.
Yeah, of course it was. He protruded.
I mean, how brave of me to say that the man who's on national television saying I only like hot women is a douchebag. But, you know, I stuck my neck out there.
Thank you for standing up for those who can't speak. You know, and every turn where I think there's going to be a conflict, there's nothing.
I know.
And also, I think we spoke about this in our first podcast episode. Why are the Lacheys there?
I don't know. I in my brain, I fast forward past them.
Yeah. Like, why did they show up for the wedding dress / tuxedo dress?
I don't know. I think like the show uses it as a narrative device to anchor us in the moment, to show us that, you know, these are the steps we go through, but then we need more of them then.
Yes.
This doesn't make sense.
I also feel this season more than ever, there is so much happening off camera. Families are meeting off camera.
Yes.
Conversations are happening off camera. And we're not being included except for little snippets, and it leaves you confused.
And I also want to talk a little bit, because you and I have said this several times, that we watch these episodes in isolation.
Mm-hmm.
At first. I mean, we recorded the first 2 batches before the first drop even happened.
Yeah.
So now it's been out for a while, and we can say a lot is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot of stuff about Alex.
Oh, yeah.
And this is not a celebrity gossip show, or we don't have the hard-hitting news.
No facts.
I have seen in the ether that maybe making poor decisions with young girls. That's all I'm going to say.
I have seen on TikTok, and that's my sighting, that he likes to host parties and buy alcohol for people who possibly might not be able to buy alcohol themselves.
Yeah, which is not good, dude. Not good.
So maybe that's the reason his family doesn't want to talk to him, because he's a creep. Because remember, he was he said he was not speaking to his family. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We all know that there is a woman all over TikTok schmecking Ben's name through the mud.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that. She hasn't come out and said, to my knowledge.
To mine as well.
She has not come out and said like that he sexually assaulted her, or that he coerced her, or anything like that.
No.
It mostly sounds like he was just a dick. And are we
Yeah,
are we coming after people with pitchforks for being in their early 20s and being dicks? I don't know how I feel about that.
because then we're gonna come after everybody.
Myself included.
Put me in the first in line because I
Yes.
was a horrible 20-year-old. Like,
Right.
yes, I think Ben, and I said this last time, I think Ben played baseball. He was a big man in high school, big man in his community. Everyone
Mhm.
thought he was gonna
Mhm.
be playing for the Twins. I think that's the baseball team there.
Minnesota, yes.
Yeah. And whatever happened in college, that did not happen for him. But I think he went around the world with, I'm the big man on campus. I play baseball. I'm good looking. I'm cool. Yeah. But I don't know if that's a reason to go after somebody.
I'm looking up because I also thought that I saw something again in the ether, don't know where I saw it, came
Mhm.
across something that one of the couples was engaged to somebody else in the pods and then they ended up I don't know what's happening, but there's a lot of engagements happening. I think it was Devin, maybe?
No, our girl B Dot, she got
Oh,
engaged to
God.
somebody. And this is the newest TikToks I've seen. And
Okay.
I can only cite the TikTok. So please, if anyone else has better information.
As a former English teacher, this is making my skin crawl, but go ahead. Cite TikTok and tell us what TikTok has said.
That I can't remember the gentleman's, I think his name is Mo. That B Dot and another gentleman, Mo, went to the engagement. They did the reveal. And then afterwards, he told her he had never dated him himself being a black man,
Mhm.
had never dated a black woman, and he wasn't sure he was going to be able to do that,
Okay.
and they broke up.
Wow.
Yeah,
So she did the whole thing with Devin. So they edited that whole storyline out.
I guess
Why?
so.
I would
Yeah.
have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. And there's
Okay.
also, another couple that is fully engaged and together today that met in the pods that I don't even remember seeing at all, even
Why
in the
are they
background.
not showing that? Give us, like if nothing else, the situation with Mo and Brittany could have led to a good discussion about race. Like if nothing else,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. Like I'm sure there's something to glean from things like this.
Or to see them even talk in the pod. We didn't even see
Yes.
her talk to anybody
And then
else.
maybe we would understand why she was so quick to cut Devin loose. I mean, we understand. But
Mhm.
was there, if she's like falling in love with somebody else, then there's more reason.
Yeah.
Drives me
Also,
crazy.
them bragging the very first line of the episode, "This is the biggest cast season ever," and them to just disregard the
Half
biggest
of the
cast.
cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that these are the people that they chose to follow?
I love your face. You're like, these are the people.
I mean, I believe in Devin and Taylor, but they're
hmm
boring.
I will tell you who was the champion of this episode, in my opinion. Molly.
Mhm.
Molly is a girl's girl.
I did not really care for Molly in the pod. She kinda got on my
Yeah,
nerves a little,
whatever.
but seeing her in the quote unquote real world, seeing who she is, what she stood for,
hmm
I like her a lot.
She's great. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's start, shall we?
Let's start.
This is Love is Blind season 8. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, these are episodes 10 and 11?
Did we watch 3? 9, 10, 11, 9, 8, 9? Wait, I can't count.
No, we did 2. Oh my god. Yeah, we did 2.
Okay.
10 was it 10, 11, 12? I think you're right. I think
Yeah,
it's
10,
10 to
11,
12.
12.
I'm sorry. It's 10 and 12, and then 13 is the weddings,
Yes.
and then we are going to have, a reunion, which they
Yes.
emailed us the teaser today. I have
I
to look at it.
know. I saw that email pop.
Okay.
I got nervous when you said there were only 2, and I'm like, "I think I watched 3. Oh, no, I can't talk." I don't know what the people have seen.
Listen, my mind is just constant tabs of different shows. I'm all over the place. I'm
Oh,
all over the place.
and I heard you're gonna be doing Temptation Island over there with me on Hey Bunky.
Yes,
That's
yes. Temptation Island is one of my favorite
it's the
shows.
best, though. It
I
is the
love it so
best.
much. We will be talking about that extensively.
I can't
Okay.
wait.
And you are gonna do Lockup when it comes back,
Yes, I'm excited, and I'm gonna tell you, they're very generous with all the screeners.
aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes. But
Yeah.
here's the thing about those screeners. You can't watch them at 1.5, which is a real
Oh,
bummer when they give you 2-hour episodes,
yeah.
and I can't get my closed captioning to work on it. So I
Ooh,
miss a lot. I miss a lot of context.
because you just can't
Tune
understand
into our recaps where we miss a lot of context.
where we don't know what they're saying. We'll just make it up.
All right, so we're gonna start with Dave and Lauren, and we kind of get a
Mm.
somber music like dum 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 dum
Mm.
dum dum. Dave went out last night and he texted Lauren at like 3 a.m. and told her he was not coming home. Now, in the preview, they made it look like he talked to Molly and then didn't come home.
Yeah.
We have been Matt Sharped. We have figured this out. So he comes sauntering in. And she questions him a bit as to what bar he went to. And he's like, "Oh, I went to this bar. And then Molly was there. And I didn't meet her. I didn't think that was a good idea to go meet her."
And did you believe him when he first said that?
No,
Yeah, I thought he was
no.
lying.
She met with her parents last night. And he's like, "What? You were with your parents?" She's like, "Yeah. And they're not happy. They don't like to see me this upset." So later they go to meet Lauren's mom.
Mhm.
And she's very pretty.
Yeah, she looked young, didn't
I'm
she?
like, she's probably my age.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, "Oh
Yeah.
god, I could be Lauren's mother."
Which I'm not young. I'll be how old am I? What year is this? 25. I'll be 48 this year.
Okay, I will be 45 this year.
Okay. So dad doesn't want to be on camera, but mom and dad are still married. Sounds like they have a good marriage.
Yeah.
Dave is like, "My dad travels a lot and he golfs, and I don't even know if he's going to get up here for the wedding."
He's like, he loves warm weather. Like, get out of here,
Wow.
Dave.
So they talk about his sister. Of course they do. Because how can we not talk about my sister in the next 5 seconds?
I am loving all of the compilations that people are making of Dave just talking about his sister.
And what is up with this? Dude, you need to go to therapy. You
Mhm.
need to talk about how much you hang on what your sister says and what she approves of. You trust me, that is going to be detrimental for you down the road as you're an adult.
He said something, I believe, these episodes, and I think the whole reason his sister is mad that he didn't go to her and ask her to find him a wife.
Yeah,
And
what is
what?
this?
That's weird. Like, I would never expect my siblings to
What
like
is this? The royal family in the 18th
serious
century? What is happening?
just bring out the women for Dave. Like, pick one of these women,
Yeah,
Dave.
it's
Like,
he is going to be one of those adults. He's young enough now to maybe it wouldn't cause big issues, but if you care this much what somebody thinks that it is undermining your very life, that's a problem.
yeah.
It's a problem.
And he also mentions, his frat house bros a few times, and I think he
Mhm,
uses,
mhm.
"But they were in the frat house, the frat house." Dude, you're in your 30s and you're
Yeah,
talking
we need
about
to
the
move
frat
past
house?
this. We need to move past it.
Yeah.
So, they talk about his sister and his friends, and mom brings up a good point. Mom is all of us, we are mom.
Mhm.
Mom's like, "There is enough shit happening in the world. Don't your friends have other things to worry about?"
Seriously. But I don't think they do. I think they are so wrapped up. But why are Dave's friends so wrapped up in Dave's love life?
I
That's
don't
weird.
know. I don't know. Is this like I always say to Amanda, like, is this how pretty people live? I'm gonna ask you, is this how friendly, popular people live? Because I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just a grouchy Gen Xer sitting up here in my isolated home.
When I was a single gal after my divorce, I had a good friend group,
Yeah.
but I would never hinge my relationship on any of those people.
No, I agree. So Dave reiterates that, he has wanted to bail, but he's stayed because he's a good guy.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
So later they go bowling and they're talking about meeting the group tomorrow.
Mhm.
They're having a group meetup. And Dave says, "I kind of lied to my sister when I was going on the show, and I told her I promised her I wouldn't meet someone and yada 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 yada. I just wrote in capital letters, 'What more do you need, Lauren?' He is Homer Simpson in the bushes. He is backing out of this. What, like, see it, girl, see it."
I wrote in all caps, "Lauren, leave this man." I
Yes.
I have some more self-respect, Lauren. Why is she holding on to this relationship?
I think she just honestly, like, you know how when you're in it, you just don't see it? But I
Yeah.
think, you need this is where you need a ride or die like a Molly situation, where you
Yeah.
need somebody to be like, "Girl." And I know we just said don't listen to your friends about the relationships,
But if
but
they
now
have
we're
common
saying the
sense,
opposite.
but if they have common sense, like, I know, I'm gonna take back everything I just said.
No, let me put it this way. Let me put the caveat up of if you might be worried you're being gaslit,
Yes.
getting your friend's opinion might be a good thing.
Now, if your friend picks up a vibe that this guy, if they're picking up like what Dave is throwing, then I would understand friends being apprehensive. But these friends don't like Lauren for a rumor that they heard from some guy who was in their frat house.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
Dave's sister doesn't even want to meet Lauren. And he's like, well, I don't want to waste her time. What?
when he said that, I said, then it's over. It's done.
Yeah.
This is DOA.
So they decide to take their conversation somewhere else. And now it looks like they're sitting in an abandoned movie theater. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And Dave says, this guy you were seeing is a problem. Like, I'm getting a lot of pushback from my friends. And you and I have talked about this. Like, I don't want to totally discredit Dave being bothered by this. I don't see it that way. I was in this situation. I've talked about it many times where Timmy and I were both dating people. We got casually when we got together. I was there when he called those women and said, we got to cut this off. I met
Yeah.
somebody, blah, blah, blah. But I do understand in some areas, people like not everybody's me. I'm not, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's different. And I could see having a legitimate, like, ugh, you were dating, like she says she banged this guy a week before the show.
But I,
And she can do whatever she wants. I just want to be clear.
yeah.
And he shouldn't shame her and she can do whatever she wants. But this is his personal decision if he can get over that or not.
But it to me, and I agree, you can have your own decision and you can
Mhm.
feel you could not want to date somebody who's been with a lot of people, let's say, or
Sure,
just
whatever.
came out of a relationship, let's say. But I think it's the way, to me, it really feels like he is shaming her.
I agree. And I think I would have more patience for it if it was the pure intention of like, it sounds to me like there might still be something going on with this guy. And I don't want to get into a relationship with somebody who's still having feelings with someone
Yes.
else. That's totally valid.
100%.
But, but it comes off as sex shaming. I
And
agree.
I understand your friends hearing these things about someone,
Hmm.
but there was no, like, let's all sit down. Even if so much is happening off camera,
Right.
let's have everybody sit down off camera. And you don't hear that. You just hear these group of unknown friends talking about Lauren's sexual life.
Agree.
And I think that's what doesn't sit well with me.
I agree. I agree.
And
Like I
now,
said, I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
some people may have a problem with this, but it's all in the presentation and it's also in the like you just said, it's he's not doing anything to remedy it. He's not giving her a voice in this
hmm
argument with the people who are accusing her.
and I also think, how invested is your sister in your friends group that she is also like, I think there needs to be two separate things. You need to have your sister and Lauren meet, and you
Mhm.
need to have your friends and Lauren talk about this. But it can't be like all of it together in one coming after Lauren with pitchforks.
I agree. I
And that's
agree.
what it feels like to
I
me.
agree. So he says, you admitted, like his big thing, and this might be the only point that I think he has,
Yeah.
is that she didn't end it with that guy. And it's unclear whether she left it ambiguous on purpose or if she just didn't care about him enough to end it. But for whatever reason, this guy on the outside, Joe Schmo, whatever, didn't know it was over. Didn't know she was going on Love is Blind to get married, apparently.
Can we talk about this man who has
Yeah.
now come forward?
He has?
He has
Okay, tell me. Is
his
TikTok the source here?
no, his own Instagram.
Okay.
I'd like you to know that he is a lawyer
Mm.
and his Instagram handle
Oh, no.
is Jim Tan Law.
Oh, no.
So I need you to take that
So
in.
I'm assuming his first name is not Jim like Jim and his last name is Tanlaw. I'm
Mm-mm.
assuming you're making a Jersey Shore reference here.
Yes.
Okay.
And when before the show ever aired, when the promos came out, he edited a promo with his own picture and his own, like, Love is Blind, like, tag or
Ew.
whatever, and posted that on his Instagram. So I think this guy 100% is a clout chaser. I think he was trying to get on the show. I think he had bad intentions.
I'm looking at him. Oh, he went private.
Oh, of course. I
Mhm.
think he's getting hate.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Lauren, very much like me, does not have a good picker. Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. Amanda,
Amy.
for our sponsor, Lumi Gummies today, I have an idea. I think we should do a rapid fire bonus round. Which 90-day celebrity stars need a Lumi Gummy or have taken a Lumi Gummy, maybe?
Okay. Madeline.
Oh, I have her on my list too. Manon. Manon could really use indica.
Yeah, to calm her the fuck down.
Just calm down a little bit.
I think Jenny could use a sativa to maybe up the energy a little bit because there's none there.
Funny you mentioned Jenny. I have Sumit's aunt can use one to
definitely
chill out a little bit.
She definitely could use one. This is a wild card. Florian could use one.
Oh.
I don't know what I don't know what variety.
Yeah,
but
maybe
I feel
he
like
needs a hybrid.
I feel like Florian on a gummy would be good.
Yeah. I also have Dylan's mom from Dylan and Patia.
Yeah.
And I have Luke's dad of
Oh.
Luke and Madeline.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
And we can use Lumi gummies as well.
Yes.
Yes.
All the time.
Consistent, mellow, and super delicious, Lumi gummies are specifically designed to make you feel good, not stoned. Whether you're looking for an end of the day de-stressor, a midday mood boost, or help getting the best sleep ever, Lumi gummies has a strain that's right for you. So, Amanda, our flavor that we like a lot in this home is the sour strawberry cookie hybrid.
Ooh, is it particularly sour?
It's not super sour because I don't
Okay.
like sour things.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I just find that it's the perfect blend of up and down. It's right in the middle.
Nice.
But you feel good. I really like it.
I'm a hybrid girly myself, and I'm going to go with the watermelon sorbet because I do enjoy watermelon, and it's just a nice, cool, chill evening of watching TV.
You know what I need to do? I need to take one before Sister Wives comes out.
Yes.
Before I meet my arch nemesis.
Yes.
In the ring.
Yes. I think it would help you a great deal. I think it would help Cody Brown a great deal.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Guys, Lumi gummies are available nationwide. Go to lumigummies.com. That's LUMI gummies.com. Use code Little Miss Recap for 30% off your order. That is Lumi Gummies, LUMI gummies.com. Code Little Miss Recap. Lumis.com. Code Little Miss Recap. It's 30%. And the link is in the show notes if you guys need it. So now this other thing comes up where apparently Dave and Lauren's dad had a conversation in which dad expressed that he was not happy with Dave and that he wasn't sure if Dave was ready for this. And he also kind of shit talked Dave's sister and how they didn't want to be on camera, Dave's family.
And that enraged Dave. Don't talk about his sister.
He is... Dave says he is not ready to introduce her. So Dave goes on a tear here and says, I'm not ready to introduce my friends and family. I don't want them to meet you, whatever. But Dave brings up that dad is being hypocritical because dad also doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, Dave, you're right. But at least dad's having the conversation.
Yeah, at least he
Your
made
sister's
a little
not.
effort. Yeah.
Lauren says she doubts that he loves her because he's not defending her and pushing back against his friends. And then he breaks up with her. He tells the camera after he breaks up with her that he's mad at himself because he couldn't get over his own ego that she was with some other guy. But in the end, this felt like the right decision. And I'm going to have a controversial take here. Dave did the right thing.
Yes.
If you know you won't get over it, why torture her? Let 100%. Her go. She could find a much better person. Let her be free.
I'm going to say something that I'm going to regret as soon as the words come out of my mouth, but I'm going to say it anyways. Go. I think that this experiment is actually going to be better for Dave in the long run. I do think
disagree with that.
I think that Dave learned a lot about himself I don't know if his celibate and not dating anybody for 4 years is true, but I think that maybe this is gonna help Dave be a better boyfriend for the next woman he meets, and I
Okay.
think the next woman he meets will be better because of this.
Okay.
That's just my
I
take.
have no reason to disagree with that.
Yeah, I
All right.
think I don't like him, but I think that this helped him somehow.
We will come back to them at the mixer. But
Yes.
let's move on to Monica and Joey. So sister, evil sister who was like, "Who is this douchebag? What are you doing? I should be Snow White's evil stepsister."
Yeah.
She's a photographer and she's taken their pictures.
Mhm.
And Monica says, "I've spoken with my sister." What is the sister's name?
Nicole.
Nicole. "I've spoken with Nicole many times and she's starting to warm up to us. Like it's getting better."
Mhm.
And they talk, and Nicole says, "Look, you were a stranger to me," she says to Joey, "and I judged you too harshly, and I'm really sorry about that." And Joey says, "My intentions are pure. I am a goddamn literal representation of a golden retriever. How can you hate me?"
I think that's why she hates him, because she's like a little black heart.
Yes. So Nicole says she's worried that their energies are off. She says Joey is real hyper,
Mhm.
and Monica comes from a family of nappers. How long are you napping?
Are you just, like, sleeping your whole day away? Like, what is yeah.
I don't know, but Nicole seems to be on board now, so put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Now we get back to Sarah and Ben. Boy. They're talking about the TikTok.
Yeah.
Ben says, "I have grown as a person, and the people who are doing this don't know me." And he's worried that this will affect how Sarah sees him. And she admits, like, "Yeah, I'm kind of worried about that too."
Yeah.
Now they meet up with Sarah's sisters. Remember,
Mhm.
everybody, one is gay and one is not.
Yes. No,
They
these are sisters. These are partners. The blonde is her sister and the brunette is her partner.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know
I'm
if they're
sorry.
married, but they're partners. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love her sister. I love
Yes.
everything about this woman, the way she calls it like she sees it.
Mhm.
So they talk about acceptance, and the sister's like, I'm going to stop you right there.
Yeah.
I'm not here for you to accept. I have to accept you every goddamn day." It was brilliant.
I really loved, and I actually had never really thought about it the way she put it, and it kinda opened my eyes to language, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I
Well,
like that."
it was reminiscent of around the time that Obama came out for gay marriage
Mhm.
in his first term. There was this idea of tolerance,
Yes.
and there was a cultural pushback against that. Like, other human beings should not be tolerated
Yeah.
for their beliefs. So, like, we pushed back against that, and we don't use that anymore. And I
Yes.
think acceptance might be the next.
We traded
Yeah,
tolerance for acceptance.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they say they're socially liberal and fiscally conservative. This is what Ben and Sarah are saying.
Yeah.
The sister doesn't really think Sarah believes this. And she brings up a great point. She says a lot of people who say that because they want to vote conservatively, and
Mhm.
it's a permission structure for them to vote against your rights.
100%.
And she says, "Ben is in a different privilege bucket than you are, and you guys really need to talk about this."
Yeah.
How'd you feel about this scene?
I thought it was great because it's true, and I really have seen this with myself and my sons. The way that my sons are 2 white men in their 20s, the way they move in the world is always gonna be different than the way I even move in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ben walks with that, and he votes with that, and the world sees him as that. So I thought it was a great conversation, and I really liked hearing it on Netflix, Love is Blind.
I liked hearing it too. And it's not Ben's fault,
No, 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 no.
but it is his responsibility to
Yeah.
acknowledge it. And I always used to teach my students, like, we would always read Roxane Gay has a great book, Bad Feminist.
Oh,
And the
yes.
first chapter is all about privilege.
Mhm.
And I would always have my students read that because it teaches the important lesson of, like, you shouldn't be ashamed of your privilege. You should only be ashamed of your privilege if you don't acknowledge it and if you
Yeah.
don't use it.
Yeah.
And by using it, I mean using it to help others, using it for good, using it to further, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so as long as Ben acknowledges, like, my husband Timmy will say to me all the time, I fully know that I hit the lottery being a white man in the United States.
Yeah.
But
And
he
I acknowledge that as well. I hit the lottery being a woman born this time, even though it's hard.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, yeah,
But he understands that privilege,
yeah.
and it's people who don't that, I get nervous about.
Ben reminds me of a lot of people that I kind of grew up with in high school. When I was in about middle school, my
Mhm.
grandma decided to start going to a Pentecostal church.
Okay.
My whole family was not Pentecostal or went to church, just my grandma decided one day,
Okay, hey.
and she kind of got immersed in this community.
Mhm.
And Ben reminds me of a lot of the people that I grew up with in that church that were raised with closed minds. And then
Yeah,
as they walked away from that or went to
yeah,
college, their minds got opened little, like, and you can't blow someone's mind open.
right.
Sometimes you got to open it little by little. And I think every day Ben is learning from what I've seen on the show, at least it seems like every day he's learning more and more and trying.
Well, that's the thing about him, like, and I could live to eat these
I
words,
know what you're going to
but
say.
I do think that he's trying.
Yeah.
Whether or not that's real, we don't know, but that's what I'm seeing on my screen.
Yes.
He could be a monster in real life. I have no idea.
And I think from people that I know, and there's kind of this wave of people going to church who want to hear a good message, want a community, want friends,
Yes.
want what everything the church brings, but doesn't actually want to know or hear what like the message of the church.
Yeah.
And so I think that people are just kind of connected. Like, I just love this funness, but I don't really, and he kind of admits that later on. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and I think too, he didn't dig too deep into how this church feels.
Yeah.
And that's a privilege. That's privilege to not have to worry about that.
Because it doesn't affect him. Yeah.
Exactly. So, all right. Now we're going to go to Devin and Virginia. So they meet her mom. Mom is a teacher. She loves that he works with kids. They talk about commitment. He comes from a family of long marriages. They talk about arguing styles. Devin believes conversation is important. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Mind blowing.
Thanks, Devin.
Mom says she's divorced. He says that doesn't matter. I don't judge you. Mom approves. She likes him a lot.
Except I didn't like, she asked him, like, how do you feel about Virginia coming from a divorced family?
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
we need to get
Well,
over
I
the
think
stigma.
I agree with you, but I think what she was asking for is there stigma with you?
Okay.
Yes. So later they're chatting. Now, here we go. We're going to talk about politics. And I don't think these two talked about this at all.
I don't know if they talked about a lot.
It
these
was
two.
one of the very first conversations Timmy and I had.
Yeah. Like, I knew where Steve stood, church, religion, God,
Yes.
right away. Yeah.
Yes. So they're laying in bed, they're chatting, and he says he doesn't love PDA, but he's working on it, whatever. Their conversations to me feel very forced. They don't have a lot of chemistry, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't feel it at all.
And a lot of people are blaming her. A lot of people are like, she just didn't give him much. She doesn't talk much. I think it's him too. I don't think there's a lot of there.
To me, it feels like they're both kind of introverts.
Maybe.
And sometimes two introverts don't work well because you just get introverted together. So,
yeah, you're right. So I'm just going to give my interpretation of this. She's a Democrat. He says he doesn't really have a view. So immediately I think he's conservative.
And that's what it kind of feels like. Yeah.
Yep. And he asks her, and this raised my cackles, if she considers her faith. What he is saying without saying it is, how can you be a Democrat and still be religious? In other words, the abortion issue.
It's all about abortion. Yeah.
Yep. She says she's pro-choice and she believes people should have rights. And she says, I thought we were past this, but here we are.
Yeah. And I kind of appreciated something she said, and I was feeling it, and I was saying it out loud when she said it. She kind of looked at him and said, but you come from a Black family and you're voting Republican?
Yes. Yes.
Like, these two things are kind of working against you right now. Like, the Republican
Party. He's saying to her, you're religious and you should be pro-life and you're voting Democrat, and she's saying to him, but you're a person of color and you're voting for a party that is not favorable to you. So you're voting against they're both saying the same thing to each other. And they are clearly on different sides of the political spectrum.
And I think they just decide that they don't want to talk about it anymore, so they're not going to talk about it.
And that's not going to work.
No.
So they go back and forth. And I said, I'm seeing that he's pro-life here. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
But he kind of says, well, I believe a partner should have a say. Okay, that has nothing to do with pro-life or pro-choice.
No.
Consulting your partner is something that you could decide if you want to or not. Like, that's different. She asks if they are aligned, and he's like, well, what if we aren't? And then he says his family votes conservative, and they vote the way their teachings of Christ align. And I just wrote, yikes.
Yikes. I mean, yeah. Yikes for me, at least. That's not how.
Yikes for me.
Yeah.
And I just wrote, she's done here. She's done.
It felt like, okay, we're not going to vote the same. We have different views on money. We have different views on religion. These are core aspects
values.
To a marriage,
Core values. And I think there could have been a time where somebody who votes very conservatively and somebody who votes progressively or whatever could exist in a marriage.
Yeah, but I don't
James
think we're there right
Carville
now.
and his wife did it.
Yeah.
Timmy always brings them up as an example. But that is not the world we live in today. It's too polarized, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, Daniel and Taylor. These two, I mean, their whole storyline is they go miniature golfing and they're fine.
Like, I feel like you just see puppies and rainbows and kittens.
Yes, they're fine. They're fine. All right, now let's go to the group meetup. Okay. Lauren gets there first. And she's talking, I forget who she's talking to, but she's like, Dave and I broke up. I think she's talking to all the girls.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't think he'll ever contact me again. Like, she's pretty much like, we're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so now all the exes arrive and Molly and Lauren go outside. They're like, we need to have this conversation. Let's do it. Molly does not yet know that they broke up.
Yeah.
Supposedly, allegedly.
I
believe her.
She seems shocked. Yeah.
Molly tells Lauren that when she was at the bar with Dave the other night, she did not talk to him. So we get confirmation on that.
Yeah.
But apparently there was some other woman all over him.
Gross.
She debated whether or not to contact Lauren, and Lauren goes, well, we broke up.
The way she says it. Yeah.
And now they joke about Dave being celibate because Lauren tells her everything that happened, how he shamed her and blah, blah, blah. And Molly's like, well, when was the last time he had sex? And Lauren's like, oh, he supposedly is celibate. And they're both like, oh, okay.
And then they said, maybe that's the problem.
And Molly says, he should have had your back. Fuck his friends.
Yeah.
And then Molly says she will never forget how nice Lauren was to her in the pods. And she also was not impressed with Dave when she saw his Instagram. Now, does this conversation happen differently if Dave was like super hot and Molly's type? I don't know.
I think it might, but it was easy. It's easy to make fun of Dave. Dave just puts it out there for us to make fun of him.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. He's an easy target. So I wrote, if this is true, Molly is a great friend. I mean, she has Lauren's back.
She does.
100%. Devin and Brittany, B-Dot, talk. And she says he looks like a little kid. And she tells him that when she shared her sexuality with him, he reacted immaturely. And then she says everyone's a little gay.
And laughs, yeah. And then I don't know, something changed for me in this episode with Devin. He didn't really, I didn't have a care about him. But when he was talking to B-Dot, my girl, I don't know why I love her, but
I just love saying B-Dot.
I do. That's really the reason. He was just, wasn't taking in anything she said. He wasn't even like, it just felt so disconnected, like he didn't give a fuck.
I agree. Well, the whole conversation started with her kind of implying that he's immature.
Yeah,
I think that just set him off.
Yeah.
So he tells her he believes everything worked out as it should. Now Dave tells the pod bros that he's feeling pretty shitty about his decision.
Oh, no. Dave walks in and every guy comes running over to him. Dave! behave. I don't know why that pissed me off.
I know, it's so annoying. They do that when Mason shows up too.
I know.
Madison shows up. Meg and Mason show up together.
And they're holding hands.
Yes. And Meg says the minute she got her phone back, they started talking. He searched for her. They started talking. She even wore her reveal dress when they met. And they have a video of it. It's very cute. These two are good for each other.
There's something about them that works.
I think they're politically aligned. I think they are both into the controlling the weather and all.
They're quirky.
They're quirky, and I think they will do really well together. They're a cute match. Madison tells the camera she's glad that she and Mason didn't end up together. Okay. Now Alex shows up, and I never realized until they stood next to each other how much he looks like Daniel.
Yes.
I honestly couldn't tell them apart.
I couldn't. I had to double check. Yeah.
So Madison starts telling Lauren this story. Now, this is my interpretation of the story. She says when she got her phone back, Alex messaged her, "Oh my God." So apparently he saw
Oh my
her.
fucking God.
Oh my fucking God. So he apparently saw her on Instagram, thought she was hot. He begged her to meet him at the LA airport. So she did. He was asking her to stay in LA, and she was like, "No, we broke up." And so, but they stayed in touch and they were talking.
Yeah.
Madison says Alex told her. No, Madison said, yes, Alex told her that Meg was messaging him and saying that Madison was not happy about this. No, I'm confused. Hold on.
Okay.
Madison, too many fucking M
There's
words.
too many M's. Yeah.
Okay. So Madison says, look, Alex was texting me saying that Meg was messaging him and she was like wanting to connect with him. And she says, I'm not happy about this because at that point, Meg didn't even know if Alex and I had gotten engaged or not.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because if this is the case, is Meg more into Alex or Mason? We don't know.
And did we ever see Megs and Alex talking in the pods?
Yes.
Like in a romantic way?
Who was Alex's other connection?
I only remember it being Madison.
Okay, hold on. I'm pulling
because
up the
Megs was Mason and Madison. Right? Yeah.
Okay, I'm pulling up my notes from episode 1. Here. Yes. Okay, Love is Blind, drop 1.
And I felt like when Madison was telling this story, I'm like, Madison, you don't know it because you're filming, but a lot of people don't like you. And this story isn't helping you.
I know. I know. Okay, here we go. So we had Mason, Meg, Madison, and Alex. So we had Mason and Madison, Mason and Meg, Mason and Madison break up, Alex and Madison. Yeah, you're right.
I don't remember.
And Alex and Madison break up.
And I think even Lauren was like, I don't even remember them talking. Like everybody was kind of confused.
Yeah.
But we see nothing more of it. We don't see them talking.
No.
We just see like Alex like running around drunk in the background.
Well, and then Madison says that she believes Alex pitted her and Meg against each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's happening.
I feel like it's once again, things are happening off camera.
I know.
That we have no clue to what's going on.
And again, these are couples that didn't make it. So why are we caring?
Yeah.
This love triangle, this love quadrangle, whatever it is, does not matter to the narrative of the people who are getting married.
It doesn't.
Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. So Dave and Molly sit down together and she says, I'm sorry to hear about you and Lauren. And he's like, yeah, I'm usually the one that fucks up. So like this was different. And she's like, wait, are you saying she fucked up?
I loved it. Yes.
And Dave's like, oh, no. I just mean I'm usually in the defensive position. Oh, shocker. Molly tells him he pushed Lauren away and did not give it a chance. And she told him, I would have told my friends to fuck off and you should have done that too. Molly says she personally would not have cared about any of that.
No.
He brings his sister up again. And he's like, I finally got her to tell me, okay, you can go on Love is Blind. So he had to bargain with his sister to go on the show and told his sister, I swear I won't get engaged to anyone, but you got to let me go. Stop it. Stop it.
But then he said, when I was there, I just said, fuck it. I'm going to make my own decisions.
Brave boy.
Wow. Dave, you in your 30s as a white man in America have never made a decision for yourself?
Yeah. Yeah. And Molly's kind of like, ugh. And Molly talks about how lovely Lauren is. She's a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And Molly is pressing him. And she's like, this could have happened. You're just looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
Well, this sends Dave into some kind of weird meltdown.
Did he feel drunk to you too?
Okay, I have that here. He's so drunk, he's slurring when he's talking to Lauren. So Dave tells the camera he wishes he could have done things differently and he should have stood up for Lauren. And now he goes to get her. And I wrote, what is he doing? He's slurring and can barely walk.
But when he was in that little in the moment, the producers asked him. So it's been 1 day since the breakup to today. And the producer says, have you told your sister you and Lauren broke up? And he goes, yeah.
Of course he did. That was probably the first phone call.
Yeah. So it's like, for you to sit here and be like, I screwed up. I love Lauren. Bring me to my girl. It's like,
I know.
Yeah.
So he goes over to her. He's like, look, I'm tired of defending you.
He's so drunk.
He's slurring.
Yeah.
And he says, this was my fault. My ego got in the way. And Dave says he wanted to text her. And she's like, but you didn't.
And then he goes, but you didn't call or text me.
He can barely talk. I don't know what's going on. He says, you don't have to be the one to work this out. I'm going to work this out. And then he says, she says, love is making that person your top priority. And no, he says that. And then he goes, I just know with you, it's real. Fuck off.
This guy, I can't stand him.
I
And
know.
they're just like looking at each other and he's like, I know that he thinks he's making like sexy eyes at her. And it's just irritating me.
Lauren, I will say Lauren, if she had not had that conversation with Molly, may have fallen victim to this. But I think Molly kind of gave her that final push.
I hope so.
To be like, you deserve better than this. Like just to hear that objective opinion. So Lauren tells him, I'm sorry you're going through the feels of this. Like, in other words, the last 5 days I've been going through it and begging you to talk to me about it and you've ignored me. So I'm sorry that you're dealing with this now.
I loved it.
And then she says, I think we're past this. Okay, now after the meetup. So the meetup has happened.
And it's like 9 days to the wedding now.
Yep. So we get back with Ben and Sarah. They go to church with Ben's friend, and Ben is really enjoying the pastor, but Sarah is sitting there like she just drank spoiled milk.
And did you notice how tight Ben's pants were?
No, Becca. Tell me how tight his pants were.
And they were too tight. He went to cross his leg, and I saw like the fabric was just like screaming for everything it had.
So she tells the camera she didn't hate it. So maybe she would come again. I don't know.
But she's like, I'll come on Christmas.
They do this thing where they have these final dates. We've seen this before.
Yeah.
Ben and Sarah have the greatest one. It's like out in the middle of nowhere. There's like a little dome with all these twinkle lights all over.
Yeah.
There's a hot tub. Like it's really cool. They're getting waited on somehow. Somehow there's like a hostess out there in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that's very cool.
And she says, I have to talk to you about something. She's like, I listened to a service today, meaning from his church. And he's like, oh, yeah. He's getting all boned up over there.
I know.
She's like, well, it was about sexual identity. And as Darcy says, it didn't go good. So she says they paid a lot of lip service, but, you know, we need to know if they have a traditional stance. She says, how can you not know where they stand on these things? Because his whole thing is like, oh, I don't know. I never really asked.
Yeah, he goes, we don't talk about it.
She's like, but you have to know.
This is like the fundamentals of what your church believes. You need to know. Yeah.
She says that there was some anti-trans stuff in the messaging that she heard, and she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't agree with that. And he believes that they don't talk about, quote, that stuff, end quote, because they don't want people to feel uncomfortable. And she's really bothered by the way he's talking about it.
Yeah. And I felt like he was being a little dismissive as well. You could tell. And
100%.
he made a comment like, we've been talking so much about this value of yours
Mm-hmm.
that we're forgetting that we have other values together. We like
Yeah.
other things the same.
Yeah.
And then I don't think he's understanding how important of a value this is to her. This is fundamentally who she is. And it's
Yes.
fundamentally who he is.
Yes. Yeah.
And yeah, it's not going to work.
Sarah's gut is telling her this is not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to listen to it.
And I think that's the key for most women. When your gut is telling you this is not going to work, listen to that and don't try to fit a circle into a square or a square into a circle, whatever the saying is.
And I totally understand why Sarah got as far down this road as she has.
Yes.
I've met religious people in my life. One of my very good friends is a pastor in a church, and he has a trans son, and he is not accepting, he's inclusive. He welcomes trans children, trans teenagers, trans people into his church, teaches messages of love and acceptance. Like, I could be with somebody like that if they were religious. That would be fine. That's not, and I think that's what she thought Ben was.
Yeah.
That's not who Ben is.
And maybe Ben will be there someday, but he's not there now.
No.
And I don't know if you can be with somebody who's so many steps behind you in growth.
Exactly. Yep. So she says that she assumed that she would meet and marry someone who is aligned with her 100%.
Yeah.
And he's low key like, can we not talk about this anymore? And then I have that he farts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devin and Virginia, they're taking some dancing lessons. Later they're eating, and there's weird tension between them. Do you agree?
Yes. Everything it doesn't even feel like they had been together. It feels like they just came to film that scene when they're eating. Yeah.
Yeah. She gives him the prenup. He questions it. He doesn't seem to be totally sold here. He wants time to look it over. He wants his parents and his lawyer to look it over. Fine.
Yeah.
They have a nice dinner later. He gives her a basketball with their team name on it and a jersey for each of them. He's real into like, I'm putting a baby in you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, we haven't discussed the prenup. Are we forgetting about that? Later, tone change completely.
Mm-hmm.
He brings out the prenup. I'm like, oh, here we go. He's not going to sign it.
Yeah.
But on the contrary, he's like, my mom read it. She talked to me about it. She made me feel better about it. I'm good. Here it is. Bing, signs it and gives it to her.
I think that we should talk about prenups in more of a positive manner.
Me too.
Like, I had a prenup with my first marriage, and it made things a lot easier.
I think so too. I think we don't often see it in people this young.
Yeah.
I think what is throwing some people off about this, like they don't really have anything. But she got one look at that sneaker collection and she was like, mm-mm.
But she also has a PhD. She's in a professional career.
That's true. She probably has investments and shit that she doesn't want him to have any part of.
Yeah. So she may just, be protecting her own assets.
Look, I know people are going to come for me for my austerity about the sneaker collection. But I would not marry somebody who has sneaker collection like that. I could just tell you right now, somebody who didn't own their own home, who wasn't secure in their career, and if I saw they had probably 3 years worth of their salary sitting on shoe racks in their bedroom, nope.
And I don't think it's just not the shoes, it's anything. If I walked in and you had a home recording studio, but yet you've never put out an album.
My first husband, video games. Tons and tons and tons of video games. And maybe that's why I'm biased to this, is I've lived this.
Yes.
And I would never do it again. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah.
So now we go to Joey and Monica. They're playing pickleball. And she says at their dinner last night, she told the camera that she's kind of worried, or at their last dinner, she tells the camera that she's kind of worried that he's holding back.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been very like, yeah, let's do this. We're doing it. And she's like, I am more into this than he is.
Yeah. And I think it's later on when he is tuxedo shopping, I believe. He
Mhm.
makes a comment that he honestly doesn't know what he's going to decide until it is time to decide, and that he
Yeah.
doesn't want to confuse her or lead her on if he doesn't know where he stands. But I think she's picking that up as, I don't think he likes me, and she's
Yeah.
holding back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're editing it in a way that I think he's going to say no,
That's
but
what it
because
yeah.
they're editing it that way, it makes me think she says no.
Yeah. I feel that they both end up saying no, though. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think they get married.
So they have this nice dinner, everything's fine. He does say something weird though. He says, "You have this bright personality, and sometimes that's not associated with intelligence."
Oh, I thought
What?
he was talking about himself.
Oh, I thought he was talking about her. Okay.
Oh, because
Okay.
I totally really related to that statement,
Yeah.
is that, as everyone has heard, I'm a giggly person.
And you have
I
brown hair and glasses though, so you're smart.
Yeah, but I actually have a real career. I have a real job. Like, I'm a professional that, like,
Yeah.
does strategy and
Yes.
operations, and so when you're giggly and you like to joke and you wanna chit chat, people don't always think that your education level arises.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
makes sense. They talk about their journey, they discuss love languages, and she says, like, she likes touch, and she says, "Other couples were more intimate, and we were
Mhm.
not that way." And he's like, "Okay, I'm trying to get better with it. I
Yeah.
really am." I don't hate him.
I don't. I Does it feel like he hasn't had a lot of relationships? I
Yeah,
can't that's what it feels
a
like
little
to
bit.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel and Taylor are doing a Christmas picture for their wedding favors.
Of
And
course they are.
he says, Becca, he spends 9 months planning his Christmas cards.
It's too much. Get a hobby. I know this is their hobby, I guess, but get
Do
another
something
hobby.
else.
I did love that they wore their reveal outfits for the
Yes, and I
picture.
like that they like Christmas. Great. I love
Yeah.
Christmas. It's fine. But don't dedicate 9 months of your life to it. Try to
Santa
solve global warming.
Santa doesn't even devote that much time to Christmas.
Try to find the cure to cancer. Jesus Christ.
God, if we really put our minds to it, we'd have no issues in this world.
So they go skating later for their last dinner. They have dinner on the ice. It's really cute. They're
And
fine. I
we
believe in
learned
their
that
love.
she was an ice skater through their
Yes.
conversation. Yeah.
Yes. I believe in their love, and I think they're going to make it. Okay.
They're totally fine.
Dress and tux fittings. I wrote, they've taken the laches out of their cases and have placed them in there just to introduce the scene. What is your opinion, Becca, of
Mhm.
no tuxes? Only Daniel has a tux. Everyone else has a suit.
So it doesn't bother me. Steve wore a suit for our wedding when we got married.
I like the suits as well.
Yeah, I think if you're doing a tuxedo wedding, it's a vibe. It's a specific kind of vibe.
But that is very different than how we grew up.
Yes.
You were getting married, you had a tux, period.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Daniel's the only one with the tux. Virginia's mom is amazing. She says just the right things. She really loves Devin. Like, everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have in my notes, for just out of nowhere, in one of its own paragraph, Taylor is so wholesome and sweet. Is she real?
I know, I love her.
Love her.
So for their bachelor and bachelorette parties, the guys are at Minnesota Vikings field and they get to work with the trainer. And the girls are doing an elderly theme where they get dressed like Golden Girls and they're at the Mall of America. And I literally wrote, so the guys go do football and the girls go to the mall. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have our end scene. So we end on Sarah and Ben's wedding day.
Yes.
They're getting ready. He's saying he's wildly in love with her. And I just wrote, but is he? Because here's my take. Even though I'm more politically aligned with Sarah, I also believe that everybody should have someone, they deserve a person who matches their values, whatever that value is. And so he's selling himself short and she's selling herself short.
I think that they just like each other enough.
Yeah.
And I think that, and I know the game is you have to get married, right?
Yes.
But like, I think if they just dated and worked out more,
yeah,
they would come to terms that we're actually not the right fit for each other.
Well, here's the thing. She's marrying him on a pretense of wanting to change him.
Yeah.
However, it is something that I'm not going to say is changeable, but your political views can certainly progress.
Yeah.
And he is promising her that they will and that they're going to.
And you
That
can't
is a risk.
that
You
is.
cannot marry somebody on a premise that they will change.
Yeah. With anything, I'll stop drinking. I'll get a job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Trust me. Been there.
Been there. Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
No.
You have to ask yourself, like Sarah needs to really ask herself, if he never changes,
Yeah.
if this is what he believes, do I want to be with him? And I suspect the answer to that is no.
Yeah. And I kind of like when her sister looks at her and says, you need to do what you want to do for you, not what you think everyone here wants you to do.
Well, that's another thing. The sisters have a chat and they say, or the sister and the partner have a chat. I keep thinking it's her sister. And they say, like, she's a people pleaser and she'll say yes just to say yes. And so they kind of talk to her. And I think they get through to her.
Because she goes from feeling very confident to feeling very nervous. What is she going to decide?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see it in her face. So stepdad Andy comes in and he's like, I'm not thrilled about this. No. I'm going to do it, but I'm not happy. And Ben's mom and grandmom walk him down the aisle. It's very cute. He's all smiles.
And you hear in the conversation between Ben, his mom, and his grandma, where Ben's family's beliefs. He has a family that is laying hands on him and praying for the blessings of his family.
Yes.
That is a religious family. She is marrying into a religious family.
It's going to be a problem.
Like, I'm not hating on his religion, because if it is what you have,
he deserves somebody who will fit into that world with him.
He does.
And for humanity's sake, I hope that Ben does progress in his values and learns to be more inclusive.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, like, I don't know, that's up to him. He deserves who best matches him, and she deserves it too.
Yeah. And I think even though he said, you don't have to teach me, she's going to be doing a lot of teaching.
Yeah. So Andy asks some really poignant questions. And when he asks her, do you think you picked someone who will make a difference in your life? Her whole face changes.
Yeah. That's the words I got her.
She's very nervous. They do their vows, but we end the show before they can answer whether or not they will get married.
And I don't think they are going to. I think she's going to say no.
I do too.
Yeah.
And I want to say something that might be controversial. I'm kind of glad that we're having political conversations on television.
Yeah.
I think as long as people can respectfully talk about it, I think it's when we bury our heads into our own camps that it really becomes a problem. And I'm guilty of that too. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
But seeing them not like fighting about it, but genuinely trying to have conversations about it is okay. I'm okay with that kind of stuff.
And I'm really surprised, because we've come to find out that they give them prompts on what they should talk about. Like that journal has questions. They're given questions of the day. They're giving dating games to play. Are they not talking about religion? Like,
I think they are. And I think they only show it if it's interesting.
Yeah. But then I feel like if Ben and Sarah really talked about religion in the pods, we wouldn't be at the wedding today.
I remember her bringing this up in the pods with him several times. And he was assuring her. You know, it's different than, I think Dave and Lauren should have talked about her going out with this other guy in the pods. They clearly didn't. Now,
that's crazy that Lauren didn't say that.
We don't know. Here's the thing though. We don't know. She may have said some variation of it. And when he got out and his pod bros or his frat bros started pushing back a little bit, is where the problem came from.
Just to show us all the unaired pod footage. You know how boring some of that
Send it over to Amy and Becca. We will spend the next 3 days just watching it, and we'll report back.
We'll let you know.
All right, girl. Well, next week is the weddings.
Yeah. And
who do we think? Let's go down the list. Let's go down the list. Okay. Let me get it. Hold on. Because, of course, I just closed it out.
Devin and Virginia.
Devin and Virginia. No.
I I don't think so either.
Do you have written down what we said in the beginning?
Yes, I do.
At home?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sarah and Ben?
No.
I agree. No. Who do you think will say no out of Devin and Virginia?
I think it's going to be Virginia. I think she is quiet and she has been thinking about everything.
Okay. Interesting.
Like that's the vibe she gets.
I tend to agree. Monica and Joey, they're the wild card that I can't read.
Yeah.
I can't believe, can I just say for a second, I can't believe that guy is 35.
I know. Did you find it interesting that Monica did not bring her sister dress shopping? It was her mom and her best friend.
Yeah. Yep. Well, sister might like rip that dress off her in a cat fight.
Yeah. I don't think they are such a wild card to me. I'm going to say that because they're so wild, I'm going to say no.
I'm trying to think because, the spoilers are out there.
Yeah.
And
I've really tried to stay away from when I see a marriage. Yeah.
I do too. But I'm trying to make this guess based on not having heard the spoilers.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give them a yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to say no, but I don't know who is going to end it on them.
If they end it, if it's a no, I think it's going to be Joey.
You think it's going to be Joey?
Yeah. She'll be blindsided.
Yeah, I think that, and I think it's going to be something so left field that we're going to be like, what?
Yeah.
Like that's going to be the kicker. Something that we're not even going to be thinking is an issue. I think that's going to be the issue. You know what I mean?
Good point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then finally, Taylor and Daniel. I mean, if they don't say yes at this point, I don't believe in love anymore.
I believe that for the wedding gift, Daniel bought her a house.
There's a good example, though. Like, I suspect those two are conservative.
Yes.
Just based on the families they come from, the role that their faith plays in their lives, right? That's a good, like, Ben can have that if he wants it. And Sarah could have it on her end.
Yeah.
Like, everybody kind of deserves that match. They're a good match.
100%.
They're a good match.
Whether or not Daniel knew Taylor was coming on this show and intervened with destiny, I think it was destiny for these two to be together.
I mean, when would you meet somebody who loves Christmas that much? Come on.
Yeah. I'd also like to know who hurt her because she seems like somebody really hurt her because her self-esteem is real low. Like,
oh, you think?
Yeah, because she's always like, your words matter and just little comments she has said. And I don't know. Right. I worry about her.
Who hurt you, Taylor?
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know. All right, guys, that's it for this session.
This
Love
session,
is Blind.
yes.
So
get dressed, ready for the weddings next week.
We will be back next week with the weddings, and then a quite explosive tell-all, from what I understand. Reunion tell-all.
I think they call it a reunion.
Yeah.
I hope there's so much drama.
Thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thank you. This has been this is the highlight of my day today.
Okay, great.
Yes.
I can't say that because Amanda will stab me because I recorded with her this morning. So let me just say this is an equally as highlight of my day. That sentence made no sense, but you know what I'm talking about.
I'm walking into my job end of year review. So fingers crossed, everyone, that I'm going to walk out with a big bucket of money. And
that'd be nice.
And no tears.
Let's hope it's not a bucket of tears and no money, which is how it usually goes for me.
Yes. Let's hope bucket of money, no tears.
All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Little Miss Recap. If you'd like to support the show, the best way you can do that is to join our Twin Flame universe, which is our Patreon, Supercast, and Apple subscription feeds. The links for those are in the show notes. You get ad-free episodes and a ton of bonus content. You can also subscribe to the feed so you don't miss an episode, share the show with a friend, and leave a 5-star review. To contact the show, please email me directly at amy@littlemissrecap.com or join our Facebook group Backdoor Friends. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time.